Hello, this is lesson 2 of my Learn Cute Speech series. My name is Rachel McAnallen and I'll be your unofficial instructor. In lesson 1, we learned the purpose of cute speech is for promoting literacy, to give 100% access to spoken language, even for babies and children with profound hearing loss, to communicate voice on and voice off, and to provide spoken language immersion opportunities so deaf babies and children can acquire spoken language incidentally by hearing it spoken around them like the hearing peers do. We also went through the 8 handshakes and the 4 vowel placements. To refresh your memory, the 8 handshakes are 1. Feel free to follow along. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Remember, handshakes 1 through 4 do not have the thumb sticking out, but handshakes 5 through 8 do. The vowel placements are the chin, the mouth, the throat, and the side. Remember, handshakes are for consonant sounds, and vowel placements are to show you the vowel sounds. When you pair a consonant handshake with a vowel placement, you create a consonant vowel pair, or a morpheme. So we learned how to create a morpheme by pairing consonant handshakes with vowel placement in the previous lesson by using the word do, D-O, as an example. The first handshake, that's handshake number 1, makes the D sound. The chin vowel placement makes the oo sound, as in blue. So the first handshake, the D consonant sound, goes to the chin, where the oo vowel sound is. Do. Pretty simple, huh? In this second lesson, we're going to go through the entire system using the National Cute Speech Association's 8.5 by 11-inch handout. This lesson will be a little mechanical, but I think it's important for you to see each discrete component of the system demonstrated. So let's get your NCSA handsheet out, and we'll go through the handshakes and the consonant sounds for each handshake first. So handshake number 1 is for the P, D, and Z sound. The examples on the handsheet for these sounds are deep treasure. The word deep has the D and the P sounds, and treasure has the Z sound. So again, D, P, and Z. Now handshake number 2 is for the voiced TH sound, the, and also for K, B, and Z. You'll notice that I'm doing each of the consonant sounds at the side placement. The reason for that is if you look on row 3 of the the handout, you'll see that the side placement is for consonant sounds alone. Consonant sounds don't have vowel placements, so the side placement is just to show the consonant sound by itself. So going back to handshake number 2, handshake number 2 is for the K, B, and z sounds. The example the handout gives is the phrase the caves. The caves. So you can see the kv and z sounds in that phrase. Now handshake number 3 is for the s, r sounds. The example given is sea horse. Handshake number 4 is b and n sound. I get a lot of questions about what the sound is. Apparently, some parts of the country it's common for people to pronounce the WH sound as like white instead of white, which is how I learned how to say it. Nevertheless, our American key speech system has decided to adopt the sound in the form of handshake number 4. So the phrase the handout gives for handshake number 4 is white bone. Handshake number 5 is for the m, t, and sound, as in my taffy. Handshake number 5 is also used if you want to show somebody a vowel sound alone. Remember, vowel sounds are only shown by placement. So when you're making a vowel sound, what handshake do you use when you're using the placement for that vowel sound by itself? Number 5. So for example, the vowel sound ooh, as in do, that's at the chin placement, right? If you're just saying ooh by itself, you can use handshake number 5 at the chin. Ooh. Okay, moving on. Handshake number 6 is for the w, sh, and the sound. The example given is what shall. Handshake 7 is for the non-voiced th sound, so and j and g. The example given is fan jogger. Handshake number 8, the last handshake, is for the y, and ch sounds, as in young child. I have trouble saying the ing sound, so bear with me. Okay, now we're going to go through the vowel placement. This will be slightly faster. So the mouth, remember, we're going to use handshake 5 to show all the vowel sounds because we're just saying the vowels by themselves. So we're going to use handshake number 5 because we're going to say the vowels alone without any consonants. Okay? E, those are the 2 sounds at the mouth, as in leisure. You notice I use different consonant handshakes at the mouth, but they were all at the same placement because the E and the sound in leisure are both at the mouth. Again, E, leisure. Alright. The chin is for the R, oo, and S sounds, as in tall, blue, tent. Throat is for the I, and A sounds, I, A, as in look, big crabs. The side placement is for consonants alone. So, the p, j, the k, v, z, s, r, b, n, t, p, w, sh, j, g, y, ch. Side forward Remember in the previous lesson I talked about diphthongs, which are vowel combinations, and they're because they're showing two vowel sounds in the form of a vowel blend. There's two vowel placements involved in the making of each diphthong. So, for example, one diphthong is O or A. Actually, that's not really. I'm not sure if that's the diphthong, but it's a long O, it's a long sound. Okay. So that's gonna be at the side, and it's gonna move forward 1 inch. O and A, as in boat, dock. Now the second side vowel sound is as in sun. Now I'm going to show you an example of a word that uses the sound, and we're going to do an exercise this time. I want you to try and figure out which hand-shape number I'm using for the beginning consonant sound and the ending consonant sound in this one-syllable word. So the word is sun. Sun. Which hand shape did I use for the first consonant sound? You can pause the video to look up the answer. Okay, hopefully you had a chance to look at the handout to search for the hand shape for the S consonant sound, and hopefully you should have found that it was hand shape number 3. S. Remember, the vowel placement is at the side, and you move it down 1 inch. Sa. And hopefully you also found on the handout the hand shape number 4 is used for the consonant sound So that's a consonant alone by itself at the end of the word sun. Remember where the placement is. If you're just going to say the consonant by itself, this could be at the side placement alone. So the full word sun is going to be the third hand shape for the S sound. They can move it down 1 inch at the side to show the sound, sa, and then they're gonna move it back to the side placement alone to show the consonant sound by itself, sun. Okay? Alright. Remember when I was talking about diphthongs, I was completely wrong about O, and Those are not diphthongs. Those are just long vowel sounds. A true diphthong is when you combine two vowel sounds together. So when you do that, you have a vowel placement that involves two vowel placements because you're combining two vowel sounds together. So for example, the word oi, I think, is combining the oo vowel sound with the I vowel sound. So remember, the oo vowel sound is at the chin, and the I vowel sound is at the throat. So if you look on your handout, in the very last row, it shows you the chin to the throat movement. Remember, the chin was for the oo sound, and the throat was for the I sound. So if you do oi, you're showing the diphthong oi. It's a similar concept for the diphthong a. That's the a and the I vowel sounds combined into one diphthong. So that's a, because the at sound is at the chin, and the it sound is at the throat. Again, oi, a. The example used is moist snails. Alright, last diphthong is from, hold on. Is from the side to throat. Side to the throat. Again, this is on the last row of your handout. So for I is I, and for ow is ow. And the example given is light house. I promise lesson 3 won't be as mechanical. We'll do some fun exercises and some drills, and I'll even try to find a cute speech game we can try to play. Well, thank you very much for watching.